Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing out ether like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep it. If something ain't done soon.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think he would.
Does Blackthorn?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only... You reckon we should tell him?
No.
Yeah, well...
With Canva in the hands of Akashic.
Don't tell me.
Oh no, I'm working on bringing another one. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top. Let's just say it gets very blimmin' only mithril engines get. Trouble is, and I hear you want.
If it's for... Oh. So,
We've got a couple of examples here.
more fallen material. So this smelter is similar.
That's right. And what's more, we've collected as many as we can.
So you want me to visit some ruins?
That's it, and we're only 3 short, mind. And there's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia.
All right then.
It'll do.
Don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
Go on, then. You'll not find a better price than that.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me. Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris.
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's... My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted...
Did she? What was...
Following up on... Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to...
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were at... I'll go and find her.
If she's not moved on already...
Why would Doris insist on going alone? whole village is tamed. Back to the stables, girl. I'll need to deal with these ones first. Attack! Now to find this spherical echo. This is it. Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
It's been a pleasure, Doris.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you...
You.
Of course. And it had to... She's no fool.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So...
I'd say so. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted after her brush with those beast men on the road to North. She's dangerous, Sid. But
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers.
The Baum archers, soon to break camp.
I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade. Seeds for planting. I'll keep but if he's as of though they've lived there. Small wonder. And if you're what Sir Wade's put...
All right.
Thanks. There.
Gizal greens.
Not the most better that than some... And chocobos, they ain't exactly so...
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what. I'll go up there and show...
I'm sure you will. Good girl. Good. They haven't How did Doris come to know a slaver I want?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste. Lest any of you lackwits start talking. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more and I'll be
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try. So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I surrender.
Sid.
Ah, Doris. You know, I always want casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer chill. She raised me like a daughter. And I did.
It wasn't all terrible. You were always so eager to learn, but you proved yourself. How about it, my little dead?
I never swore my blade to you. To liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, master.
You always were a righteous. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you.
What do you want to do with...
I am not the killer she wanted me to be, and she no longer has friends in high places. The dame does, though. Her connections at the...
All right.
I am. And thank...
And I should head back to the hideaway and put...
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you say...
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the... Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned so the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sunbreak, and she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't.
I hope so. You had quite the past yourself before you came. Anyway, thanks.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Ah, what brings you to East?
A delivery for...
These are Gizal Green. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings then, is she? I jest, of course. But they'd long since gone to seed.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how, so that they'll be able to fend for them.
That's not about... These bearers had only recently escaped their They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their love. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses.
The Horde is closing it. They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Damn it all. I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter walls.
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do...
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not...
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Now the bearers, though they may not be trained soldiers like...
You're right, I will... My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter. To serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool! Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me?
Lord Rossfield, my lady,
So what's the plan of action?
we'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best.
You're going to lure them into the village.
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim with luck. That point will be the village, and for you and I to finish them.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong. I'd say you have both in abundance, Wade. But you'll be pleased. Leave the last of the fighting.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade!
Then you know what you... We work together, each shielding the other that no man might... For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue.
And I will do as you are.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too, then, eh?
Right you up.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. Not let this village fall. Go for it! This one. Over here! Get him! Get him! Over here! Go for it! Get him! Tight! This one. Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic...
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind. I could order a detachment.
No. You stay here too, Sir Wade. I'll go after the curl. Join me only when Eastpool...
If you're sure. May the Founder protect...
Next one's mine. I might not know.
Run like the wind. With me, Toggle. Back to Eastpool.
Lord Rossfield,
It's dead.
thank the Founder for that. We were able to eradicate. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attack. I hesitate to say it, but
I think it might.
we saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends.
No, Sir Wade. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for...
We never had nothing to call our own before, but now we do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people, but there's no doubt in my... We're free men now. So we have to fight to protect what's ours.
And we shall. This is our home. And
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then.
This village isn't gonna rebuild.
They're not slaves.
No. Your father took pity on the bearers, and I believe if he were still with us today, this...
I believe you might...
I shall remain here, my lord. After all, this is my...
I think you'll find it's Eastput. But you should be proud, or I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting out. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support?
Of course. And because Rosarians have got to stick together.
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you... I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds.
All right.
Lord Rossfield, clearing the goblins from the still... There's one sight that I shall never forget. Since that day, there have been more than when the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor. But every time, I would think to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall...
So Wade, you have always been a true sheep. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria...
Thank you. I know the rest of the world will be safe in you.
Here, it's lucky you came by when not only did my seeds get delivered, but you...
I just did what I...
And it's only right. Take it before...
Thank you, Mum.
So, Eastpool's and a home to free bearers.
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but... I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that. Loath as I am to recall that...
I take it you didn't always...
Well, if you really want to know... I started... In fact, that's how I met him. He showed up at the stables one. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with me. I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up, and before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about... Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like... And do you know what he did? And then I did the same. We made a pact that day.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better, just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became... He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that...
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambition, which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid...
Suppose you're... And if we don't manage it... Good thing we've got a few half-decent... It's almost enough to give you a little bit... Anyway... Enough, better get back to work. Let's see about me. The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and...
That sounds like a wonder. So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
If you can swing a hammer, you can...
Good day. Certainly. Thank you.
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. Enough for the villagers to barricade him.
Well done.
Welcome. I'd never have guessed, you know. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravot keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me. Blackthorn.
Oh.
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. So then, well, long enough for us two to turn it. That your idea of an apology?
Don't listen to him. You only did what you...
But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, he left it to me. The best blacksmith. Bloody stupid. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not... Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me. So you're wasting half of mine instead. You're what Dravos needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I may be a selfish prick, but I only... What you had to do was even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. You can finish beating each other up once...
Fine. Yeah.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck short enough on top. Still, give us a mo, would you?
We can't
Right you are. Don't want any nasty surprises. Oh, and Blackthorn.
Akashic on...
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling...
Good idea. Get yourselves...
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight him.
Well, let's hope you don't. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting.
August's right. The people here are tough and willing.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate, but it won't come to that. Take good care of Dravos.
Leave it to me, and...
All right. Which one of you's first?
Over here!
Well done,
Over here!
Yeah!
Get him!
Oh, the quest. Did I miss any?
Man alive! As many as I could, he says. The old blink.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall.
Good.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later.
Sid, enough to give those Akashic monsters night, but mostly...
I'm afraid I've only delayed. There's no getting rid of that ether flood, meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, we'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and...
All right. Then we'll give you a hand.
As for you, that's twice you've turned up when Dravos needed, so...
I shouldn't have stayed away so long.
You leaving gave me the perfect excuse, and from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally. I hope you see the sense of it eventually.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy. Our work used to be the pride of Dum. Now, we chin up. It's not about the craft anymore. I've kept working. The average castle apprentice will come back to us, Blackthorn. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it...
That's a kind offer. There's people who trust their lives to my steel. But that doesn't mean I couldn't. Let's see if we can't rekindle this.
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in.
I never thought I'd see the...
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd...
Sid.
And this is?
A token of a... But I'm of a mind to... Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to...
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been... I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel. And I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler, and they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravos in the... I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So between the two of us, I'd say we...
Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway?
As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tool.
come back.
Oh, don't tell me we run out of peppy on nuts and all.
We were just about to make a start on that sword.
It's funny. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leather work. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning, and that whetstone from the Outer Isles. And the final flourish will be my talented...
A team effort, led by...
Now, save that talk to the thing. Right.
To the bellows...
Well, bugger me.
The sword to end all swords.
It's...
Thank you. So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? It'll take more than that to earn us our place in, but we're up for the challenge.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from...
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something...
That's a weapon I'd like to see.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time.
Then tap the can.
Trouble with your gear, or... And if it hadn't been... What's that for you, dear? Should last you a good while.